Have you ever sat in a Japanese meeting and felt completely lost? Maybe you understand some words, but when it was your turn to speak, you froze. Or maybe you felt your Japanese wasn't business level enough, so you stayed quiet, nodding, hoping nobody would ask you a question. And guys, I know that feeling. It's stressful. And the truth is, Japanese meetings are not only about the language. They're about showing respect, building trust, and then communicating in a way that makes Japanese colleagues feel, this person understands us. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 powerful phrases that'll make you sound confident, polite, and totally in control in your next Japanese meeting. If you ever felt nervous in meetings, stick around because this will change the way your Japanese colleagues see you. And if this is your first time here, my name is seannarron and I work as an interpreter in a Japanese company here in Japan. And on YouTube, since I was born and raised in Japan, I teach foreigners like you who want to actually learn the language and the culture, the manners part, so that you can succeed in your life in Japan. And this is how the video is going to go. So the first part I'm going to tell you, so I said 3 phrases. The first phrase is going to be about asking favors. The second about confirming. So if someone asks you to do something, you can confirm with this in meetings, okay? And the last part is going to be wrapping up the meeting, okay? So these are 3 situations that I see a lot of foreigners struggle with. So this is why I'm making these the videos including these 3 phrases, all right? So the first phrase, we'll talk about our first phrase. Phrase 1, よろしくお願いいたします. Of course, you've probably heard よろしくお願いします, but in meetings, especially professional ones, the more formal version is よろしくお願いいたします. This isn't just nice to meet you. It signals I respect you, I'm going to do my best, and let's work well together, right? For example, if you want to say, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity today, and I look forward to working with you, we can say 本日はこのような機会をいただきまして誠にありがとうございます。どうぞ, this is the part, どうぞよろしくお願いいたします. Okay, this is how we use it. So the reason why we don't want to say よろしくお願いします is because it sounds a little less formal. It sounds more casual, okay? If you say よろしくお願いいたします, like I said before, it sounds more like I respect you. It kind of gives you that feel. I'll do my best and I respect you. Let's work together from now on, okay? So it's a little more formal. It just sounds better in general, all right? So start your meeting with this and you're gonna immediately set the professional, respectful tone, all right? So this is a better phrase. So phrase number 2 is 確認させていただきたいのですが. 確認させていただきたいのですが. One of the biggest mistakes foreigners make in Japanese meetings is being either too direct or too passive. Okay, this is what I see a lot. This phrase balances it perfectly. 確認させていただきたいのですが. I like to confirm. All right, it's polite, it shows humility, but it also kind of lets you take control of the conversation. For example, if you want to say like, I just like to confirm one point, and the deadline for this project is next Friday, correct? You can say, 一つ確認させていただきたいのですが、このプロジェクトの締め切りは来週の金曜日でよろしいでしょうか? Right? Using this kind of makes you sound more professional and engaged without sounding too pushy. You know what I mean? Like I said, the problem was being too direct or too passive. So what I see a lot with, especially with Westerners, is that it's either part of the spectrum. So it's either too direct, or like too pushy, or too passive, too like not really engaged. So there's no middle ground with Westerners, just in general, right? So this is why we want to kind of go in the middle, or be a little more respectful too, right? So that's our second phrase, all right? So let's talk about our last phrase. It's going to be 本日の結論といたしましては. 本日の結論といたしましては. At the end of a meeting, you don't want to walk away confused, right? This phrase lets you summarize confidently, okay? So this is kind of the wrapping up part. You're summarizing the whole meeting. And guys, by the way, I say this because I see a lot of foreigners just walk away without even, like saying goodbye, right? And if like I'm gonna tell you the end result, okay? If you start using this, your coworkers, your Japanese coworkers, are gonna look at you as the person who, doesn't just walk away, but he's the foreigner who's able to actually summarize, and therefore they're gonna know that you understand the meeting, okay, the content of the meeting. This is why I'm introducing this phrase, all right? 本日の結論といたしましては, which means as today's conclusion, all right? So like, for example, if you want to say, so today's conclusion was we're going to share the data by next week and confirm it in the next meeting. Is that correct? Kind of like that, right? If you want to say that, you can say 本日の結論といたしましては、来週までにデータを共有し、次回の会議で最終確認をするということでよろしいでしょうか。Okay, the first part. 本日の結論といたしましては。Okay, this is gold, guys. It shows leadership, clarity, and ensures everyone leaves the meeting on the same page. Right, so even if your Japanese isn't perfect at all, this phrase alone just makes you look like someone who can manage discussions. Right, so even if you're not really fluent in Japanese, using these 3 phrases is going to sound you a lot more engaged, and it's going to sound more respectful toward the other group. Right, so if the reason you're probably watching this video is because you feel isolated, or you're working with Japanese companies or Japanese people and you don't feel like you're plugged in, right? And even if what I'm trying to say is, even if your Japanese isn't perfect, if you start using these phrases, people are going to look at you as the person who can actually understand what the meeting is about, right? So this is a good point. Okay, so anyways, if you want to crush your next Japanese meetings, try using these 3 phrases, okay? Don't worry about being perfect. What matters is showing that you can actually communicate in a professional, respectful, and confident way. And if you're serious about taking your Japanese to the next level, not just learning grammar, but actually succeeding in a real business situation, then I'm currently accepting applications for my Business Japanese coaching program. Guys, in this program, I'll work with you step by step so that you can walk into any Japanese meeting, presentation, or negotiation feeling confident and in control. You can click in the link in the description below to apply. I put an application form there. So anyways, guys, spots are limited. So if you've been struggling in Japanese meetings, this is your chance to finally break through. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you very much for allowing me to serve you on YouTube like this. And if this helped you guys in any way, please share it with friends and family, because I hope to see a lot of more happy faces in the future. So please share it with family. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.